Hey, it's Jesus here from LowCode, and today I want to show you this pretty cool and exciting app for a church. It's a large organization, it's a large church, and what we have here is a very large setup on the backend where we have multiple different locations for this church, right? So the first thing that we have here is users logging with their email, and then they have to create a profile. Now, we have three different user roles, public roles plus an admin, right? So you can either be a member, a leader, or a pastor. And then in each case, you have to enter your name, your date of birth, for example, in here, your gender, your marital status, your phone, because we're sending notifications on the back end via text, my bio. Then the important thing here is the church info. Now you can see here that we're showing the error, so it's very straightforward, very visually we're telling the user what's missing. In this case, each branch has a unique code that we generate on the back end. So since I already know my code, I can add it here, and then if I added something that doesn't exist in the database, we show an error message. Otherwise, I have my code, and then I have my branch name, my branch address, and then I can select who my cell leader is. So let's say Roman is my cell leader. So as soon as I log in, I had already logged in with this email though, that's why I have a chat. On the chats tab, we have a couple of things. We have one-to-one chats, so I can click the plus button, choose a person to chat, and then I can chat with anyone in the church, right? So it doesn't have to be someone on my specific location. However, we have a couple of group chats that are generated automatically when a new user logs in. We generate a chat for the church. So church for the location, right? I'm the New York location. So we have a pretty cool setup for messages. That's not the traditional way that messages happen in Glide. But we also, since I belong to Roman's cell, we generate another chat for Roman's group, right? So, hi Roman and team, hi Roman and cell. So we have a couple of chats here, different setups, one for my location, one for my cell, and the chat with anybody from Bethel link, right? We have a calendar with upcoming events and past events. Since I logged in as a pastor, I'll be able to add new events. So I can add a title, an image, a description, time and date, duration, and the type. If it's on-site, by default, we link the physical address of the church. If it's virtual, then we have a Zoom link. If it's hybrid, both, right? So we don't have any upcoming events, but we can see the past events. Like in this case, by default, we load a random image if the user doesn't upload any. Title, start time and end time, description, the pastor, and I can see the pastor's profile, their email, their details, etc. I can add these events to my Google Calendar or my iCal, my iPhone calendar, and I can see the venue where this is going to happen. If it's a virtual event, then we show the link to join this event with Zoom or whatever. And then we have a list of sermons here. So as usual, we can toggle between favorites and all. Again, I have the floating button to add a new sermon. So you can see that the user interface is very consistent. We always have the plus button here as a floating button on our screen at the bottom right. So I can see the sermons, the videos that have been uploaded. I can add them to my favorites. I can see the pastor, and I can add comments to these sermons. I have the details for my branch, right? So my branch code. Then something pretty cool, we have this tithing setup where we can either, in this case, we're still on the LowCode interface, but we can have, each church can have their own tithing link. Either it's a Cash App, a Venmo, a PayPal, a Stripe link. So in this case, this church has a monthly tithing and a bi-weekly tithing. And then I would just enter my amount, and then that would be deducted every month or every couple weeks from my credit card. And we have, like a one-time tithing or something. Since I'm a pastor, I can edit my church, or actually my branch. I can edit the tithes and offerings links, the image, and I can see the leaders of the church of my location and their profiles. Again, we have the tithing setup again here. Nothing really important. But then I wanted to show you the admin setup, which is pretty unique. So on the back end, I've made myself an admin. So I have now my admin tab, my admin dashboard in here. And then I have everything in here. So we have our churches. And then as an admin, I can add a new church, right? So I would start with the name, church ABC123. And then that shows up here. And then inside of each church, I can create new branches, and then the branches have a location and all of that. So I have a name, an address, an image, and then the tithing links, right? Then we have a list of users, right? Oh, something that I forgot is for each branch, if we go to the New York branch, we can see how many members that branch has, how many leaders, how many pastors, and the branch code. If I click this button, I'll copy these to my phone, my computer, and then I can share this branch code with my with the people that go to my church. So we can see here the users that belong to this specific branch. And then in the users table, we have members, leaders, and pastors. So pretty clean interface. You can see here the different types of users. Who's the admin? These are the users that are admin that have this little icon, right? And I can add, you can see that even when I'm on the pastors tab, when I click the plus button, I'm adding a pastor. However, if I go to the members tab, when I click the plus button, and I'm adding a member. So again, good UI, good UX, then I can see how many profiles are in my app. So basically that's a church app. It's pretty straightforward, but let's say advanced with the chat feature. We're wrapping these up into a native app, publishing it to the App Store so that we can have like in-app notifications for new chats, new events, new sermons. So if you are thinking about building your own app or getting your own app for your church or for any other type of business, get in touch with us at LowCode Agency. We've built hundreds of apps like this. We are extremely experienced, the leading no-code agency. Get in touch with us. Talk to you soon. Bye.